My name is Nick Vasconcellos, and I'm the co-founder of TurboButton. TurboButton is currently working on SMS Racing for the Gear VR. SMS Racing is a game about the thrill of texting and driving. It's a game where you race other drivers who are all trying to answer text messages on their phone while you're doing the same. We wanted to make something that was really only able to be done in VR, that worked better in VR than not. And having the extra element of having to look down at your phone and answer text messages while keeping your eye on the road really seemed to fit well into what the hardware is good at, which is, you know, being able to move your head around. We probably have a couple hundred messages in the game that are all kind of randomized. In any given race, you'll probably end up doing about 25 to 35 messages, depending on how good or bad you are. Right now, so this version of the game was specifically made for the Oculus Gear VR Jam, so it is only about 2 weeks of development time. Right now we have 2 tracks. There's a suburbs level and a city level. As far as the cars are concerned, right now they're all the same. We definitely would have plans to add different kinds of cars and stuff in the future. We're actually really more interested in adding different variations in phones and things that you can do on the phone, whether you're looking at a GPS to figure out where the course actually is, or even doing things like picking up other people and getting them in the back of your car and trying to get them to places. There's a lot of different places that we would love to take the game, but right now the core of it is you have one car, you're racing around a couple of different tracks and trying to keep up with all your text messages. What we're trying to do is primarily develop for Gear VR, mostly because of the limitations on performance. We have to optimize the game as much as we can to get it running very smoothly on Gear VR, and our kind of thought is that it'll be much easier to take it to other platforms and boost it up for those things in the future. We've had our eye on a lot of different controllers and stuff that have been announced for various headsets. Specifically motion controllers, it's like, if you can start the game and like put on your seatbelt, buckle up for safety before you start texting, then that'd be great. Also, even the ability to lift up the phone and try to play like this. I guarantee you're still going to be bad at texting, but you can try. Kind of our take on it is that it's primarily a game, and we want to use humor to kind of show people that, hey, nobody's good at multitasking while they're driving, and it's a very dangerous thing. We're first and foremost, though, just trying to have fun as a game, and people can take from it what they will. We would absolutely love to do that. As we expand the game, we have our eye on multiplayer for sure. We just think it'd be really fun to be able to actually text other people in cars, send things back and forth. I kind of imagine it a little bit like Mario Kart, where it's you send a really complicated text and shoot it over to the car in front of you, and that makes them kind of mess up or changes the way they're driving. So we would love to bring it to multiplayer, especially we've seen some cool stuff, multiplayer on the Gear VR in particular, and I think that's definitely a good opportunity there. We're aiming for the end of this year to get out a full release. Whether or not that has multiplayer is still kind of in the works, but yeah, so late 2015 is when you can expect SMS Racing to be on Gear VR and hopefully other platforms.